Have you ever felt like no matter how good you are to people, the world just treats you unfairly? It's a terrible feeling, isn't it? Feeling small, ignored, and like your voice doesn't matter. But here is the secret that most people forget. Kindness is actually a type of magic. It's quiet, it's patient, but when the time is right, it explodes into something absolutely beautiful that no one can ignore. Today, we are going to dive into a story that proves that even when you are covered in ashes, you are still a queen on the inside. And trust me, the way this story unfolds will make you believe in magic all over again. Once upon a time, in a house that used to be filled with laughter, lived a young girl named Ella. Ella had the kindest heart you could imagine, but sadly, her happiness didn't last forever. After her loving mother passed away and her father remarried, everything changed. Her father, wanting Ella to have a mother figure, married a woman who seemed proud and noble, but she had a dark, cold heart. Along with her came two daughters, Anastasia and Drizella, who were just as selfish as their mother. When Ella's father tragically passed away, the mask fell off. The stepmother stopped pretending. She took all of Ella's nice clothes, gave her a small, dusty room in the attic, and turned her into a servant in her own home. Ella worked from sunrise to sunset. She cooked, she scrubbed the floors, and she washed the dishes. Because she would often sit by the fireplace to stay warm, covered in cinders and ash, her cruel stepsisters gave her a mean nickname, Cinderella. But here is the thing about Cinderella, she never let their cruelty turn her heart into stone. She remained gentle. She made friends with the little mice in the house and the birds in the garden. She held on to hope. One day, the entire kingdom was buzzing with excitement. The king was throwing a royal ball. The prince was looking for a bride, and every eligible maiden in the kingdom was invited. The stepsisters were screaming with joy, tearing through their closets to find the best dresses. Cinderella, with a shy smile, asked, "May I go too?" The stepmother smiled a wicked smile. "Of course, Cinderella," she said, "if you finish all your chores and find something suitable to wear." Cinderella worked faster than ever. She found an old dress that belonged to her mother, and with the help of her little animal friends, she fixed it up. It looked beautiful. But when she came downstairs, the stepsisters were jealous. They couldn't stand seeing Cinderella look pretty. They tore her dress to shreds, laughing as they ran out the door to the carriage, leaving Cinderella crying on the floor. It was the lowest moment of her life. She ran into the garden, sobbing, feeling completely alone. She had tried so hard to be good, and this was her reward? But just when she thought all hope was lost, the air began to shimmer. A gentle light appeared, and an old woman with a kind face stepped forward. It was her fairy godmother. She told Cinderella to dry her tears because she was going to that ball. Watching this transformation always feels so magical. It actually reminds me of that classic video, Cinderella Full Story, Fairy Tales, Bedtime Stories for Kids, that so many of us love. But seeing the magic unfold right here, the pumpkin turning into a golden carriage and the mice into horses, feels even more special, doesn't it? The fairy godmother waved her wand, and finally, she turned Cinderella's rags into a breathtaking blue gown, complete with delicate glass slippers. But remember, the fairy godmother warned, the magic only lasts until midnight. When Cinderella arrived at the palace, the entire room went silent. The prince, who had been bored all night, saw her and was mesmerized. He didn't know she was a servant girl. He only saw her kindness and beauty shining through. They danced all night, and for the first time in years, Cinderella was happy. She forgot about the cinders, the chores, and the cruelty. But then, dong! The clock began to strike 12. Panic set in. She pulled away from the prince and ran. "Wait, I don't even know your name," the prince cried. But she was gone, vanishing into the night. In her rush, she lost one of her glass slippers on the palace stairs. We all know what happened next. The prince searched the entire kingdom. The selfish stepsisters tried to squeeze their big feet into the tiny shoe, but it was no use. When Cinderella finally tried it on, it was a perfect fit. The prince had found his love, and Cinderella found her freedom. It teaches us a simple lesson. No matter how hard life gets, never let the world take away your kindness. Your time will come. If you enjoyed this story and believe in the power of kindness, please give this video a big like and subscribe to the channel for more magical stories. Thanks for watching Fairy Store Official.